just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers, was down nearly 50%.
The official playoff ratings have been revealed, but there's bad news. Since Caitlin Clark was eliminated in the playoffs, the WNBA's ratings have significantly declined. Clark was a major contributor to the league's recent attention boom as one of the most well-liked players, drawing sizable crowds and increasing viewership.
There's a league with players that feel like they should be getting the attention. Now they have center stage, but the ratings are going to go down.
In addition to breaking attendance records, her thrilling on-court performances drew in new WNBA viewers. But many of these viewers are about to stop watching after Caitlin Clark was eliminated. Now the league has to deal with dwindling interest. The WNBA is facing difficult questions regarding its viability in Clark's absence. In fact, fans have taken to social media to vent their frustration. Many questioned whether the WNBA could maintain its momentum without a star like Clark, who had infused the league with an energy never seen before. The league's current task is to figure out how to keep the audience interested and prevent the decline in attendance. The league's current task is to figure out how to keep the audience interested and prevent the decline in attention that her absence has caused. Caitlin Clark's impact on WNBA. Caitlin Clark brought a new level of excitement to the WNBA, significantly increasing the league's attendance and filling arenas during home games. Fans were eager to see her perform, and her dynamic play style captivated viewers, both new and old. Her presence on the court helped boost fan engagement, as she became a face people wanted to follow. The way she played with energy and precision made her games must-watch events, drawing attention to a league that often struggled with mainstream visibility. During Clark's games, the WNBA saw record-setting viewership numbers. Broadcasts during her playoff performances attracted more fans than many previous seasons had seen, with fans glued to their screens, excited to see how far she could take her team. Beyond just viewership, Clark's influence stretched into merchandise sales and general popularity. Jerseys, hats, and other WNBA merchandise featuring her name sold rapidly, further establishing her as a key marketing force for the league. Stores struggled to keep up with the demand, as Clark's followers sought methods to support their favorite player. Clark's presence alone seemed to draw crowds the league had hardly ever seen before, and the games were tense and exciting. Her performances were the main draw for a lot of people. A million viewed with excitement and anticipation started to empty. The WNBA faced a real struggle in keeping the attention of those who had been drawn in by Clark brought to the WNBA. Some within the community appeared more concerned with proving a point about the league standing against other major sports leagues. This reaction frustrated Clark's supporters, who felt the league was missing a critical opportunity to celebrate one of its brightest stars. Tensions further escalated as debates ensued about whether the WNBA was generally embracing its future stars or alienating them with criticism and internal competition. Players also felt that they were not receiving the same level of support as the top executives. Some of her peers thought Clark was an outsider and thought the attention she got was unnecessary. These tensions created a rift as her fans and others in the basketball community began questioning whether the WNBA was fully capitalizing on the momentum that Clark had generated. Clark's accomplishments. Caitlin Clark shattered many records during her incredible rookie season. She was the type of player who gained media attention for both her brilliance and the extent to which she altered the game. She had already broken several WNBA records by the end of her debut season, swiftly establishing herself as a success icon. This kind of accomplishment doesn't come often in any sport, and for Clark, it was the beginning of what many expected to be a historic career. Her influence extended beyond just the stat sheet. Clark had an unmatched capacity to attract new audiences. She was the primary cause of many people's initial interest in the WNBA. People who had never watched a WNBA game before started tuning in just to watch her play, and the league experienced a spike in viewership as she broke record after record. Her participation was obviously improving the league overall and drawing attention to a sport that had long had difficulty competing with other professional leagues. In addition to advancing her own career, Clark helped the Indiana Fever, her team, reach new heights. Her leadership on the court made the Fever a team to watch, as her impressive performances gave the WNBA more to offer fans. She made the Indiana Fever a serious contender by providing her teammates with a stage on which to flourish alongside her. Because of Clark's game-changing talent, the Fever's popularity expanded along with the WNBA's visibility. Impact on WNBA's future. Many people were concerned about the WNBA's future when Caitlin Clark was eliminated from the playoffs. There were genuine concerns about whether the league could maintain the attention and excitement that Clark had generated. For a league that often struggled to keep a consistent audience, her sudden absence posed a real threat to its momentum. Would fans tune in without her? Or would the ratings continue to fall? Clark had provided the WNBA with a unique opportunity to market her as the face of the league. Yet, as her playoff run ended, many felt that this opportunity had been missed. While some players were excellent ambassadors for the sport, none had captivated an audience quite like Clark had. The WNBA was now left with the challenge of finding new ways to keep fans engaged without her on the court. There were doubts about whether other players in the league could maintain the momentum that Clark had built. There were other gifted stars, no doubt, but few were as captivating as Clark. As a result, the WNBA found itself in a vulnerable situation, with many wondering if they had the star power to retain supporters. Controversy and bias allegations. Caitlin Clark was the subject of numerous disputes throughout her time in the WNBA last season, including allegations of bias related to the league's treatment of her. The league's uneven treatment of players, particularly with regard to Clark, was frequently cited by critics. Some felt that the WNBA didn't treat all of its stars equally, and Clark's meteoric rise only intensified this sentiment. One particular incident that fueled these allegations was an altercation deepened the divide between Clark's fans and her critics, with both sides debating whether the league was truly fair in its dealings. Now, supporters are wondering if the WNBA can continue to grow without Caitlin Clark. Many are worried about the league's future after her elimination from the playoffs caused a sharp decline in viewership. An increasing number of people are calling for the WNBA to adapt in order to combat bigotry and properly utilize elite players like Clark. She undoubtedly increased the league's popularity, and some worry that the WNBA would find it difficult to sustain the same degree of enthusiasm and fan involvement in the absence of her influence. What are your predictions for the near future? Comment below, subscribe, and hit the notification button for more videos.